stop number 12 on the NNSCRA Pizza Hut Truck Series brings us to the Springfield Mile in Springfield, Illinois, as we're here today for some dirt track racing here. I know I said the last race on the tour was at Colorado Speedway. I said we'll be heading to Heartland Park, Topeka, but after a test race at Heartland Park, we decided to cancel the event and move the 12th event to someplace else. And so after every test race being a wreck fest, no matter what AI I decided to put it on, it was absolute madness, and to the point where I just thought there's no way I could do that race. And so I decided to move the 12th, so I decided to cancel that race and move it to Springfield. And so move on to the next race on the tour, as we are set for 50 laps of racing here on this 1 mile racetrack. Dirt track racing at its finest, and we saw some good stuff in practice, so things look hopeful for this race. Not to mention, this is an NNSCRA favorite when it comes to dirt tracks as well too. Well, next to maybe Eldora, only if Eldora can fit 40 some odd trucks. So with that said, let's get to the starting line for today's running event. On the pole, it's Jacob Thibodeau in number 33. He'll be alongside number 52, Matt McIntyre. Second row, he's number 74, James Sykes, and he'll be alongside number 2, Dylan Young. Third row, he's number 16, Nathan Hudson. He'll be alongside number 13, Dale Moscow. It'll be a qualifying run for that team. Next row, he's number 68. It is Zachary Fitzwater, and he'll be alongside number 75. That is Jesse Turner, the winner at Daytona. Next row, Brad Stover in 15 and 00, Paul Minnick. Next row down has number 98, Kat Batson, who has one of her 3 in-truck cameras in today's race. She'll be alongside Cole Deaver in number 21. Deaver won at, I think it was at Riverside this season. Next row down, Roberto Crown Jr., number 8, and number 99, Carson Gum. Next row down has number 6, Quentin Moore. He has our second in-truck camera. He'll be alongside number 87, Daniel Bouchard. Next row is number 17, Pedro Lucas, and number 24, Nathan Ormond. Next row down has number 10, Joshua Osborne, who dominated Martinsville this season and won that race. He'll be alongside number 88, that is Keith Batson. Next row down has Kyle Matthews, who has our third in-truck camera, number 44. He'll be alongside number 7, Ashlyn Boyd. Next row down has number 3, Phil Parker, and number 9, Seth Cole. Next row down, number 45 has Diego Yepes, and 38, Scott Upton. Next row down has number 23, Stephen Colon. He'll be alongside William Brock in truck number 4, the Mobile One Toyota. Next row down has number 18, Matt Haas, and number 51, Laura Chung. Next row down has number 54, Kev Shearer, and number 40, John Andrews. Next row down has number 11, Mitchell Collins, and number 19, Rob Evans. And starting shotgun in the field will be number 29, Johnny Gardner, in the Cooper Standard Ford. So that being said, let's get to racing here today at this 1 mile racetrack here. It's 50 laps of madness, and we're going to get down and dirty and slinging dirt and mud on this racetrack here. So with that said, here's the start. Here comes the command to fire them up.
3, 2, 1, gentlemen, start your engine.
So as the pace car leads the field onto around for a pace lap here. We'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Pace truck is about to lead the field off turn. Is about to come off turn number on the pit road as the field is about to take the green flag. It is Jacob Thibodeau and Matt McIntyre leading them to the green flag. 50 laps of racing in the Springfield Nationals, and the green flag is out, and we are underway here at Springfield. Thibodeau has the early advantage here. Here comes number 74, James Sykes, to the low side as he looks low on the 52 of Matt McIntyre, who falls in the clutches of the number 2 truck of Dylan Young. Through the third and fourth turns they come here, and it looks like Thibodeau is going to lead the first lap, I think, here at Springfield. Not if James Sykes may have anything to say about that in the 74 truck, but nope, it will be Thibodeau leading the first lap. Nathan Hudson, who won at Colorado National Speedway, the last race we brought to you on the tour, that little 3/8 mile short track that produced a pretty wild finish in that race, I will say that. He's running second position right now as he's gotten by Thibodeau, who smacked the wall, come off turn number 2. As Hudson looks for 2 in a row here during this juncture of the season. As we're just about halfway home in the season right now here, as they come through turns 1 and 2. Sykes leads the race here. It is Hudson, Thibodeau in third position. Fourth right now is Dylan Young. Quentin Moore up to fifth position now in the number 6 machine. Through the third and fourth turns they come here. You're on board with Quentin Moore. Number 6 machine. That's unsponsored though, in the Chevrolet, but he has given that truck a very darn good run here today. Dylan Young runs in fourth position. Quentin Moore up to fifth right now. And we're seeing on the field right there, number 9 Seth Cole failed to fire on the start, so he gets a DNS. That did not start, sadly, for Seth. I think that's the second time I think that's happened to him this season. I'm not sure. I may be corrected on that, but Quentin now takes fourth position away from Dylan Young, and Dylan tries to move to the low side, trying to get position back on the number 6 truck. Dylan driving the number 2 GMS Motorsports machine. That is a Chevrolet he's driving. You usually see Dylan, and you usually see Dylan in a Ford, though. He's almost never in a Chevrolet, it seems like. He has driven a Buick one time in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and I think he's driven a Chevrolet before, also in an Xfinity Series. But Dylan right now running in fifth position, making that fourth position now as he's gotten back by Quentin Moore. James Sykes continues to lead this race right now, number 74, the Mike Harmon truck. 6th place right now is belonging to Jesse Turner. 7th is Zachary Fitzwater. 8th position is Matt McIntyre. 9th position, battling for 9th, is Cole Deaver in 21 and Brad Stover in the 15. 11th position battling is Phil Parker in the 3 truck. 13 of Val Moscow in the 98 of Kat Badson. There is Kat, the winner at Dover this season, in the number 98 machine. She right now runs in 11th position right now in the Thor Sport number 98. John Andrews runs in 14th position. Kyle Matthews behind him in 15th. That's 2 of the Nice Motorsports machines. Battling it out for a position right there as you go on board Kyle Matthews' truck. Matthews has not yet won the season here in the Pizza Hut Truck Series. Hopes to pull one off here today on this dirt track. And this is really a fairgrounds track here at Springfield, as you see what they're driving by right there on the track here. As you see farm field, some tents set up here for maybe some horse shows or whatever, and when we jump back inside with Kyle Matthews here right now, you see what's up ahead: roller coasters and Ferris wheels. Try seeing that, and try finding those at any other track you go to in all of NASCAR racing. Matthews did, meanwhile, get by John Andrews, so Matthews is now running 14th right now in the number 44 Natalie Decker Special as they go through turns 3 and 4 now. Kev Shear now trying to get by the 87 of Daniel Bouchard. Bouchard tries to fight back on the outside of the track here and off turn number 4 as he and Shearer go side by side here, and Bouchard keeps that spot for the time being. He's now 16th. Shearer right now runs in 17th position. Mitchell Collins at 18th. Laura Chung runs 19th. 20th at this point is Pedro Lucas. 21st is Seth Cole. It's actually my mistake. Seth Cole actually did get back. Finally got back on the racetrack right there, so he actually is not credited with a D. So he actually is not credited with a DNS. So he is now 4 laps down in 35th position. So Seth right now is hoping for a big pileup or something else to get to have him gain whatever spots he could. But boy, tough break for Seth Cole. It seems like that's happened to him a lot in the Pizza Hut Truck Series. The Liberty University Toyota number 9. 21st right now is Carson Gum. 22nd is Roberto Crown Jr. Then it's Paul Minnick. In 23rd, Nathan Orman matching his truck number 24. And problems for Matt McIntyre in a 52 truck. Matt coming on the pit road as he is now sliding into his pit. And I think it's going to be a tire change maybe for the number 52 machine, for number 52 Toyota. So as the field of trucks go by here, Jacob Thibodeau is still your leader. Is now your leader in the 33 truck, with Sykes in second and 16 of Nathan Hudson running in third position. I feel this is going to be a lengthy stop for the 52 of Matt McIntyre. So tough break for Matt. He was running in the top 10 when this all happened too. So right now, James Sykes is your leader of the race here. Second position is still the number 33 of Jacob Thibodeau now. Third is the 6 of Quentin Moore. Fourth position right now belonging to Nathan Hudson. Cole Bieber, and now is moved in the 5th position. 6 is Fitzwater. 7th position is Jesse Turner. Brad Stover runs in 8th position. 9th is Phil Parker, in battle for 10th between Dylan Young and Kat Batson. Dylan gets a little bit squirrely, come off turn number 4 here. Batson moves to the inside of number 98 as she tries to hold off the challenge of John Andrews in the 40. And Kev Shear moving his way up through the field in number 54, Anthony Alfredo Toyota. He's driving here as the truck out of DGR Crosley Racing, which is now recently, of course, now turned into David Gilliland Racing now, as he and Johnny Gray will co-own that team. As Johnny Gray will actually co-own that team of with David Gilliland in 2021, the year we're at right now. And in case some of my drag racing friends are wondering where they're, yes, the same Johnny Gray who raced in Funny Car, Pro Stock, and also the alcohol categories too in the NHRA. As Kev Shear has now gotten around the 2 truck of Dylan Young now for position here, and whoa, Kat Batson got a little bit tail happy off turn number 4. She's in jeopardy of losing the top 10 spot to Kev Shearer here. Finally, as we're hearing finally that Matt McIntyre's back on the track, and problems also for the 13 of Bale Moscow. That team has been hit with some bad luck the last almost all season long, pretty much, for that 13 team. As this dropped to 33rd position here, Matt McIntyre is 3 laps down in 34th position. Seth Cole running 35th, and also we got we had a lane change happening too. As to the top spot goes the number 6 of Quentin Moore. Moore in the number 6 Chevrolet runs as the leader right now. That's the Norm Benning truck he's driving here. As he goes through turns number 3 and 4 right now, you're on board Quentin Moore's truck. Second position is Jacob Thibodeau. Third right now is James Sykes, and it's Nathan Hudson and Cole Deaver in the top 5 positions right now. 4 of the top 5 trucks are all Chevrolets here. The lone exception being Nathan Hudson's Toyota, which runs in 4th position, averaging 114.5 miles an hour right now here at Springfield as a battle for the lead once again. Jacob Thibodeau in the 33 goes back to the top spot now as we're on lap number 20. It'll be 30 to go this time by here, and Thibodeau moves up the track here as Moore goes low. Battle for the lead going on here as we see the fastest laps of the race so far. This fast lap is being set by Matt McIntyre at 116.648 miles per hour. In fact, the top three drivers in the 116 range, Matt McIntyre, along with Quentin Moore and Zachary Fitzwater, all in the 116 range so far. Rest of the top 10 right now so far for you here. Fitzwater is running 6th position right now. 7th is Kev Shear. 8th is now Mitchell Collins. 9th is Jesse Turner. And 10th is Phil Parker. That's how they run right now. I guess we're 21 laps in the books and 29 left to go here at the Springfield Miles. We watched Mitchell Collins take the position from Kev Shear, so that moves him up to 7th position right now in the Local Motors Toyota. That's the Germain Racing truck he's driving here, the number 11 machine. Actually, maybe either Germain or maybe a Red Horse piece. He's driving here. Kev Shear now gets back by Mitchell Collins. That's for 8th position. For 7th position, excuse me. Excuse me. Darn allergies. Anyway, the number 75 of Jesse Turner, you see him, he's running 9th position right now in the Food Country USA Chevrolet, the winner this season at Daytona in the season opener. Phil Parker, the Raging Cajun, runs in 10th position right now. 11th is Daniel Bouchard. Cat Batson's in 12th. 13th is Dylan Young, as we're under caution for the first time here today at Springfield. I don't know what caused the first yellow to fly here. You automatically assume it's the back of the packed trucks, which is Johnny Gardner and Val Moscow. So, trying to see who did what to who here in the I see now what the caution was brought out for. It was Paul Minnick in the 0. My apologies for constant scrolling the trucks to try to see what happened here. But same thing happened to Paul Minnick here. Paul Minnick had the same thing happen here in this race as it did in the Hunt Brothers Pizza Truck race at Milwaukee, where he had a good run going on there. And it was a simple matter of a stalled truck on the front stretch that caused the yellow flag to fly. So, what the flip? On the leaders on pit road, Jacob Thibodeau in a 33 truck. He's on pit road. As he's in for an unscheduled stop. That's going to give the lead to Quentin Moore. And Thibodeau, who was the pole sitter for the event, he's now coming out of pit road, but that is going to cost him. Coming off of pit road right now. Pit speed limit here, 45 miles an hour here at the Springfield Mile. So he will rejoin the pack here, albeit not as the leader this time. So, about to get set for the restart here as the 00 of Paul Minnick is out of the race right now. So that's gonna move Seth Cole and Vale Moscow and Matt McIntyre all up some positions here at least. But setting the field up for you here is Quentin Moore, your leader. Second is Nathan Hudson. Third is James Sykes. Fourth is Cole Deaver. Fifth is Zachary Fitzwater. Sixth is Kev Shearer. Seventh is Mitchell Collins. Eighth position is Jesse Turner. Ninth is Cole Deaver. And 10th is Daniel Bouchard. That's how they run right now as the green flies back again out. Lap number 28. Oh, and several trucks got off the wall a little bit, come off to number 2, including Quentin Moore. And look at, and where did Cole Deaver? He's flying up to the rear. He's now about, he restarted this race what, 4th? And he's already going for the lead. Quentin getting a little bit tail out, come off to number 4, and Cole Deaver, like a bat, you know where, goes to the top spot from 4th starting position. 4th restarting position, I should say. As he brings the Smoky Mountain Snuff Chevrolet up to the top spot now. Moore drops to about 3rd position, maybe 4th now. As here comes Jesse Turner to the low side in the 75 machine. James Sykes goes by him now, and here comes number 54, Kev Shearer, in the 54 Toyota to the high side. And already, just like that, Cole Deaver's pulled up to quite an advantage here over some of those trucks here, but James Sykes is closing right now in the number 74 machine as Vale Moscow got off the wall just a little bit in the 13 truck. Remember, 13 and the 52 are both not on the lead lap. As Moscow right now runs in 32nd position there. Well, that truck was on the tail end of the lead lap there, but unfortunately, it's now back on being a lap down here. 52 truck of, but it runs 32nd. It runs 32nd right now here. The 52 of Matt McIntyre runs 33rd, and Seth Cole, the 3rd truck not on the lead lap, is running 34th. And those trucks have already passed Paul Minnick, who will finish, unfortunately for him, in last position. So that being said here, we're now down to 19 laps to go. Cole Deaver out in front, the number 21 Smoky Mountain Snuff Chevrolet. Sykes in 2nd position. 3rd is now Nathan Hudson. 4th position, trying for 4th, is Jesse Turner, along with Quentin Moore on the high side of the 6th truck. And Quentin again gets off the wall, number 6 machine. And here comes Turner to the low side. Jesse Turner looking for his 2nd win of the season. And here comes number 2, Dylan Young to the low side. He's got Kat Batson behind him in the number 98 truck. There she is. There's Kat in the number 98 machine. And you're riding on board with Kat as she tries to make her way through the field. You know, and if you know if a Batson's driving the truck, you know that if a Batson's driving the vehicle, you know it's a Ford because that's the only manufacturer Keith Batson prefers to own is a Ford. And speaking of Keith Batson right now, in the number 88 truck, see where he's running at where Keith right now is running in the... There is Keith finally. He runs in 21st position in the Menards Mold Armor Ford. As he's trying to hold off the challenge of Stephen Colon in the 23 truck. Colon runs in 22nd. Behind him, Diego Yepes in 45. 38 truck of Scott Upton. So Keith not having much of a good night here in the number 88 machine. As he tries to hold off as he tries to work his way up to the field, but the time is running out. We'll be down to 15 to go this time by. So, and Keith got off the wall just a little bit there, come off turn number 2. So So back to the top spots here is now James Sykes leading this race now, number 74, as he looks for his first victory of the season. The RaceDaySponsored.com Toyota, or RaceDaySponsored.com Chevrolet, that's a mouthful right there to say, as he now holds a 1.6 second advantage over second place Nathan Hudson, who is now trying to hold off the challenge of Quentin Moore, and Quentin's got blood in his eye. You can tell he's trying to go for it. Riding with Quentin Moore in third position right now as he tries to catch the 16 of Nathan Hudson for second place. He sees first as well, though, just up ahead of him in the number 74 machine. That vibration you see from those trucks, and that is actually what you see in dirt racing right there, as they vibrate, as the in-car camera vibrates through all this rough ride. Of course, these trucks being plenty darn tough, though, that they can take about darn any punishment. Quentin got moved up to the high side by the 13 of Vale Moscow, and now he's sandwiched in between two lap trucks of Moscow and McIntyre. Matt McIntyre, that is, in the 52 truck. As Quentin keeps position there, and he's closed up on the truck of Nathan Hudson, who has gobbled up Sykes' lead quickly. It was 1.6 seconds so about a couple laps ago. It's now down to 0.3 of a second. And actually less than that, because he's up on the back bumper of the 74 truck now. Quentin Moore not that far behind in the 6th truck here. And Cole Deaver maybe not far behind. Neither is Fitzwater. Oh boy. We may be in for a pretty good battle here for the win here, as Hudson close it down to less than a quarter of a second now. Is now coming down for it'll be 10 laps to go this time by. Averaging just over 100 miles per hour here, 100.45 to be exact. But for Cole Deaver, though, he has got a couple of lap trucks to try to negotiate by. That being the 13 of Vale Moscow, and again the 52 of Matt McIntyre. 10 laps to go. Completion of 40 laps. We're down to 10 to go in this 50-lap race. That is the Springfield Nationals for the NNSCRA Pizza Hut Truck Series. And ooh, Hudson got the wall. Come off turn number 2. Here comes Quentin Moore. He's got second place. And here comes Vale Moscow in the 13 truck as they tried to get in front of the leaders. Well, it's not that it's going to make any difference right now because we're about less than 10 from the finish now. And here comes Hudson to the low side, just about tapped the back of that 13 truck and almost sent it around. But Hudson floors the throttle on that Toyota, on the United Rentals Toyota here as they come down the backstretch. And here comes Quentin to the left side for the lead. And let's remember, James Sykes is one of Quentin's drivers too. And this is a battle between the driver and the guy who owns the truck in some ways too. Quentin Moore actually has share ownage in the team of Evans Gardner Motorsports. It's my understanding it's probably not the only team that Quentin has any share and owns a share in too. Off the second turn, off turn number 4 to come here, you see the number 4 truck of William Brock. He's now in the risk of being lapped in that Mobil 1 Toyota. Brock running 31st right now in that machine, and here comes Hudson to the low side in the 16 truck as he tries to get by Quentin Moore again, and Quentin again got off the wall, come off turn number 2. How many times has he bounced off the wall off that corner today? But Hudson driving like a man possessed here as they come down through turn number 4, trying to get by James Sykes in the 74 truck here. But now first he's got to get by William Brock in the 4 truck. Hudson was a half a second back the last time by. Moore And Moore and Brock were both side by side here. Almost made contact with each other. Almost did come out to number 2. Off the 4th turn they come here. There's Sykes in the 74, Hudson in the 16 truck. 5 to go. Here comes Quentin Moore to the inside and turn off to number 2 here. On board, Quentin Moore's truck again. Through the 3rd and 4th turns they come in, trying to close up on the 74 truck of James Sykes here as they come down the start-finish line. 46 laps in the books, 4 to go. Off the 2nd turn they come here. Sykes trying to keep it smooth here in a 74 machine. But Quentin is right there in a number 6 truck. He goes up to the high side here. Sykes running up along the middle. 3 laps to go. Sykes in the 74 truck here, still out in front here. But here comes Hudson to the left side of Moore for 2nd place. And Moore again got off the wall off the 2nd turn. Boy, he and Hudson driving those trucks as hard as they can. Vale Moscow in the 13 truck. Again, like I said, not on the lead lap though, but trying to play spoiler here in this track here. 2 to go. And despite getting off the wall though, both Hudson and Moore both closed up a little bit on Sykes as they come off turn number 2. I think Vale Moscow's racing to try to not finish a lap down. Through turn 3 and 4 to come in, and Vale just spoiled the race for Quentin Moore in the 6th truck. And Sykes goes to the high side here. The high side as Hudson goes to the low side. The white flag waves. What's Nathan Hudson gonna do? They're turns 1 and 2. He comes to the inside of Sykes. They both go up the track. Here comes Quentin Moore to 6. And Matt Haas up ahead in the 18 truck, the Safelite Toyota. And I think Sykes may have just used him as a pick, possibly. I don't know. Through turn 3 and 4. Here comes Moore to the low side. Is he going to make the move on Sykes? No, he will not. James Sykes holds them all off and wins the Springfield Nationals in the Pizza Hut Truck Series. Boy, Quentin Moore drove it in as hard as he could to try to take the win from James Sykes, though, but I think drove it in a bit too hard off that 4th turn. And not only lost the shot for the win, but he also lost second by about a 0.05 of a second to Nathan Hudson as well, too. But, boy, James Sykes drove like crazy to try to hold him off this snarling pack of trucks. And did so successfully, averaging a speed of 102.984. As Sykes gets his first victory of the season. Second will go to Nathan Hudson. Quentin Moore comes home 3rd. A valiant try for that number 6 truck, just couldn't make it work. Cole Deaver comes home in 4th position. 5th will go to Zachary Fitzwater. Kev Shear with a good run, finishing 6th. Daniel Bouchard comes home 7th. 8th will go to the 75 of Jesse Turner. Cat Batson comes home 9th, and 10th position will go to Mitchell Collins. So, rest of the finishing order for here. Dylan Young comes home on 11th. 12th will go to Laura Chung. 13th to John Andrews. 14th, Carson Gunn. Nathan Orman with a solid day, finishing 15th. Brad Stover, 16th. 17th will go to Roberto Crown Jr. 18th to Kyle Matthews. Phil Parker, 19th, and Stephen Colon finishes in 20th. Keith Batson, 21st. Then it's Pedro Lucas, Diego Yepes, Joshua Osborne, 24th. Then Scott Upton, Ashlyn Boyd, Rob Evans, Jacob Thibodeau, the pole sitter, was 28th. Johnny Gardner matches his truck number, finishing 29th, a last truck on the lead lap. Then Vale Moscow, William Brock, Matt McIntyre, Seth Cole, and Matt Haas were the last of the finishers. Paul Minnick was the only truck out of the race. So 34 trucks finished the race. 29 of them finished on the lead lap. So that will do it here today at the Springfield Nationals here. Congratulations once again to James Sykes, the winner of this race here today, averaging almost 103 miles per hour. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup series, which is the main series on this channel as well too. And also our other channels who does NNSCRA series, including X8675309-858X, which is Dylan Young's channel. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup series. And also check out Thrash Maniac 99's channel. Or let me speak that plainly, Thrash Maniac 99's channel. Excuse me on that one. But he's the guy who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series, and that's Levi McIntyre's channel. So be sure to check out that channel along with the X8675309-858X's channel, and they both got some pretty cool stuff on their channel. So give those two channels a sub, as well as the NNSCRA channel as well too. This channel you're watching here for some cool NNSCRA stuff, along with many other things that we have on these channels as well too. So that being said, here for now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of off-fun racing at its best. We will see you at Pocono.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?